Okay, so welcome to my channel, Corbin. Today I'm going to talk about Naltrexone, alcoholism, alcohol substance abuse disorder, and socialized medicine, and why we need social medication. We need to socialize medicine. First, I'll point out that healthy people, a healthy populace, healthy work population is important for productivity. I like to argue that healthcare should be part of the infrastructure. It's as important as roads. We could privatize the roads. You could privatize highways, and they even do. But generally we don't. We pay the government taxes to have roads, and we'd use those roads to get to work and do a bunch of other stuff too. It's not like we're going to argue that, oh, you use the roads to go to this party, and how irresponsible are you. Oh, you use the roads to go to a movie theater, you selfish piece of... So we use the roads to get to work and back, and we don't expect a private company, we don't pay a private company to take care of our roads. So medication, medicine, health, I usually argue is the same. You need a healthy populace. You need people willing to make sure they're healthy, to make sure they can still work. People not worried to spend $3,000 on a trip to the hospital because they don't make enough money, or they're not part of a company that pays for health insurance. This is the problem with low-wage labor. You just cannot afford to get sick in America. So one of the things that brought me to the far left, especially on this issue, just dividing things as left and right, as in progressive, conservative, liberal, socialist, classical liberal, socialist. It's a bunch of issues. Do I go far into anarchism on the left? No. A lot of libertarians, which used to be anarchists and now are classical liberals in the United States. Basically Republicans that are cool with gay marriage and smoke weed. The libertarians, they're just people that want as much social freedom and are liked private parts, private property rights. So yeah. Anyways, this brought me to the far left. I take a medication called Naltrexone. I've had trouble with alcoholism for years. I've even had this hand hurt from drinking too much. I didn't take this medication beforehand like I was supposed to. I always am supposed to take this medication an hour before I drink, and then it helps control my drinking. It can help prevent relapses into alcohol and drug abuse. So currently there is misunderstanding around this medication. Let's pull up the Wikipedia. What this does, and what the Sinclair method, I really don't like this website. It kind of sells it. It really feels kind of, I want to say, gamey. It really sells it like it's a product. Anyway, so this is an opioid antagonist. And it works by blocking the effects of opioids, both those from inside and outside the body. So usually when they prescribe this medication, they tell you to take it every day. It has like a 14-hour half-life. So, if you've ever done shrooms, you take shrooms, first 30 minutes, nothing, and then 2 hours in, you are fucking tripping out, and then you just come down over the next 12 hours. Well, the medication is the same thing, except you're not tripping, it just blocks opioids. So endorphins are a natural chemical. It comes from running over 40 minutes. If you jog, exercise for over 40 minutes, you get endorphins. You eat chocolate, get endorphins. My hand, when I first broke it, didn't hurt because of endorphins. I was drunk, first of all, and later too, they're it's still pumping endorphins because I broke my hand, and my body was like, well, we gotta make sure you don't feel too much pain so it can keep doing whatever you're supposed to be doing. Anyways, also, yeah, Naltrexone with bupropion, and Naltrexone is used to treat obesity. I'm a little overweight, and I did take bupropion, Wellbutrin, it's Wellbutrin, and Naltrexone together, not for obesity. Wellbutrin I took for smoking. It was a nicotine antagonist. So if you want to quit smoking, I took Wellbutrin and kept smoking, and eventually I quit smoking so much. Same thing happened with Naltrexone. I used to drink like a 12-pack of beer a night, of cheap beer, like Steel Reserve, high gravity shit. That's how I got overweight in the first place. you know, because once you drink, I don't understand how people can be alcoholics and still fucking drink and lose weight, because that means they're just not eating. Each beer is like 200 calories. A 12-pack is going to be your entire caloric intake that for a day right there. I mean, you can get up to 3,000 calories a day usually, and that's like average for Americans, and we're all fat. Some people drink and lose weight, and that literally means they just don't eat. Okay, so there is some worry about the liver. We'll start off. Don't take a bunch of Naltrexone, and don't drink a bunch. Like, it's rough on your liver. Don't be taking Naltrexone and Tylenol and drinking all the time. But it is definitely better to take a 50 milligram tablet an hour before you drink, and you don't drink as much. It blocks the opioids, because drinking releases endorphins, and those release dopamine, and that's how you get high. So you block the high. You still get drunk, but you block the high. And the Sinclair method, basically, you keep doing this, and eventually it's called extinction, pharmaceutical extinction. You do it so often, every time before you drink, you get bored of drinking because you're blocking the high. It doesn't give you the, the reward, the subconscious reward. You are not conscious over the reward centers in your brain. When you play a video game, you're like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm getting that dopamine, man. That's awesome. You just know you enjoy the video game. And imagine you take a pill, it blocks the dopamine response. You play the same game, it's just not fun anymore. Your brain it's kind of a biohack. You're not going to understand. It's a subconscious thing, very basic chemical thing. So this is what they do in Finland. 78% success rate. Sounds about right. I did talk to one guy online that said he didn't work for him, and he, instead of saying, oh, it just doesn't work, he had to go even harder. They put him on Suboxone, I think, or something. Basically, they started giving him opioids mixed with opioids antagonists together to help him quit his alcoholism. This is, you drink yourself sober. It's a perfect solution. Because what happens when you're an alcoholic is those reward centers in your head, your brain stays alcoholic. That's true. Once you start, you can stop, and those rewards are still there. You'll have dreams about drinking for months, even years afterwards, because those reward centers are still there, and they get triggered by alcohol. And then years later, you have a drink, they'll fire back up, and all you'll immediately remember how to be an alcoholic, basically, and you'll go drinking because those reward centers are giving you massive feedbacks. What this does is it blocks the feedbacks, it reduces the reinforcement, and it works. It works for me. I quit AA because they didn't believe me. I got angry at them because they didn't believe me. They weren't willing to try new things. This is basically, it's not a perfect cure, but that is kind of medicine. It's not going to miraculously, God doesn't come down from heaven and miraculously just solves the alcoholism, and next day you're not, you're not entirely cured immediately. I've been doing this for over a year. It's worked. The few times I've gotten in trouble with drinking, I did take my medication beforehand, because I have to admit, drinking on the medication is not fun. It's the point. It is the point. It makes drinking not fun. So I have to have the discipline to take the medication beforehand, and whatever I'm drinking about, if I'm drinking because I'm upset, the drink is not going to take the upset away. I can't really drink my pain away anymore. So usually, now when I take it to drink casually. I don't have a lot of social situations for me to drink. It's not like I can go to dinner with some people and have a drink, because I don't have a lot of friends. Poor me. Anyway, so on socialized medication, this has been out for like 60 years, and what they are doing now is they are selling it as Vivitrol, which is a shot. They give you a shot, and the shot costs $1,000. You have to have health insurance to fucking pay for it, or just be rich. It costs $1,000. They shoot you up with it. They shoot you up with Naltrexone, blocks the effect of narcotic medicines and alcohol, and it lasts for a month. And it costs $1,000, and it's supposed to cure you. So this is the fucking problem. It's already out as a pill. It's like $1, $2 per pill. You can easily afford $60 a month for alcoholism. You're easily paying that for alcohol in the first place. Even if you're getting the cheapest shit and you are a heavy drinker, you can easily, this is going to save you the money. So you take the shot, it blocks all endorphins, jogging, chocolate, anything. It blocks all endorphins. It decreases sex drive, fucks your sleep. All the side effects are always there. You have no control on when it hits you. And this is their fucking cure. It's $1,000 a month for a shot that lasts for a month. And it's the same shit. It's just a pill. It's Naltrexone. And this is like one of the reasons we need socialized medication, because the cure is already out there. This treatment is already out there. It does not make a lot of money because the medication, the patents run out. It's already been out for so long. So first of all, there is no motivation to fucking tell you about it because they're not going to make money. If these pills are $20 a pill, I would totally be trying to push this on TV. You'd have a fucking commercial saying, talk to your doctor. It's $20 a pill if you suffer from alcoholism. But they don't. They sell a shot instead for $1,000 a month. $250 a week. And this is just my personal experience. The doctors I talk to don't know about it because they're also servicing a profit motive. Even if they don't, consciously think about it, they're serving a profit motive. It's capitalism. They're not going to learn. They can learn how to fix a leg, but is really curing people going to keep the profits coming in? Not really. Medicine, of all things, needs to be socialized. And you think you might get less quality stuff, but also people are going to pay whatever price they need to pay to stay alive, and that's just not fair because you don't need to be charging them $1,000 a month for a shot when you can easily get it in the pill form, but you're not going to tell them that because you don't want to sell them that. And this is just my experience. Like, if all the things, if you could just socialize this one thing for me, that would be fantastic. Just socialize the pharmaceutical companies. But I'm sure it goes to other things too, like cancer treatments. Imagine how many cancer treatments there are. You're getting paid to be treated for cancer. You're not being, you are paying to get better, but are you really paying for the results? Or I don't know. I mean, how expensive is cancer treatments? Are they going to put you in? I don't want to be that cynical, but are they going to give you more expensive cancer treatments if, first of all, they think they're just going to make you better, they can get the money out of your health insurance, and that you'll eventually be willing to pay the rest of your life for doing so? What if there's cheaper cancer treatments and they're not really interested in telling you about it because they don't really make money? I'm not blaming the doctors here. I'm talking about the medicine companies themselves, because they're not interested in it. I mean, who's the bad guy here? The bad guy, who are the fucking reptiles? And the reptiles are the system. If you want to get anarchist about it, like, we should be angry at the people that support a system that is like this. Like, you can't say there's any one bad guy, but if it's designed to be like that, then anybody that's supportive of a system like that is the bad guy anyways. If private property rights are fucking terrible and the cops protect private property, then the cops are the bad guys, even if they are good people or bad people. I mean, there's totally bad people as cops. The motivation to become a cop is a power fantasy. Same thing with politicians. If you want to be a politician, you have to work really hard, and you have to be power hungry to get there. And that's why you got like gay politicians that are for family rights. Like, gay people can be power hungry too. They're just people. Shitty people, good people. It doesn't matter. You got to treat them like people, and that includes shitty people and good people. It's, man, just a rambling mess. Anyway, so take Naltrexone for your drinking. The health industry is bullshit. Needs to be socialized. They try to sell you a pill for $1,000 a month if you got the fucking money for it. I don't know how you're going to hold a job with your alcoholism so bad enough that you need a shot for it. I mean, there's obviously some people that can. National Health, what is this about? Yeah, there you go. That's my argument. Naltrexone solves drinking. They don't want to tell you because there's no profit motive. They sell you $1,000 shot per month. And we need a socialized medication. And the socialized medication will encourage the cheaper alternatives. It already, like, they're not going to sell this dollar pill that are not making a profit off of to people that are alcoholics, and over 24 million Americans suffer from alcoholism. Anyways, thanks